XP3 is going to be on the attack, so Spin Move will get that first defensive round, and we'll see what XP3 can offer here. And here we go. I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
All right, so XP3 is going to be attacking in first for ESP. This first attacking role is very important because you actually become the first attacker and fourth attacker when you're put into this role, and you very often do get to that fourth attacking spot unless you just sweep them entirely. So XP3 actually landing one quick shot on a defender. The other two Spin Move players are playing the point, I believe. I only saw one of them down in there. Oh, they are playing very near at least.
That's right. So he's hit one, missed a couple of shots so far, but still has pretty good position. He's got time to work with as well. I like the attack route. A lot of people on this map will go really, really quick up to the top. XP3 does manage to lose an armor, but he's taken down two defenders already. Just one versus two. Oh, wow. All right. Well, that's it. That's an attack round.
And that's why XP3 is put up first for ESP. He's got a really strong laser, very good juking skills, and only manages to get hit by one rocket there. So now Spin Move is going to put on their strongest attacker, Grain, to get things kicked off for them.
Okay, we'll see here what ESP does on defense. Looks like they are backing up to a pretty defensive position. We'll take a look now at Grain's vision as he starts to roll up. Of course, no one rolling up to that elbow that's right next to Grain there. They are playing very far back towards the point. Both teams have actually done that.
Yeah, Fortress is kind of unique in the fact that the goal is in this little sunken pit area. That means essentially that the attacker must go down at some point, is either going to have to hop down or fall down. And if defenders are posted up in there, that actually gives them just a part of a second more to get started launching all of their rockets. So Grain killing one defender there. Godson is down. XP3 and Gills going to try and delay long enough for the cap to be open and keep Grain away from it.
Okay, well, Grain can now get on the capture point, and it seems like he's just going to rush forward. He does manage to take out the defender there, and a very nice capture round for him. It's all tied up, 1-1.
Yeah, Gills was not actually down in the pit area. Grain had an easy shot on XP3 right in the face there, and Gills just was not close enough to the point to be able to bounce him off. Pretty easy cap there for Grain, and we're off to
everything by turning your smartphone into a mobile hotspot.
Yes, so we're hearing some sort of
an advertisement.
Or you know what? That's probably actually. I don't know. I'm going to guess that that's on my end, though.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm saying that I apologize. So.
Kevin had a web browser open with ads playing. Oh, well. We do have Gills moving forward now, and Grain, Pluxy, and Poor Billy are just posted up back near the point. Poor Billy gets taken out, but he does trade that very important point of armor, so Gills is not at a real advantage here. He is still going to have to take out two defenders with just 2 armor left. Okay, so Gills getting around the side now, trying to get behind the defenders for a little bit better look in that trade. 1-for-1. Oh, he had a wide open shot and missed it, unfortunately. So Gills really going to need to be on point with his next couple of shots here. That's the kind of shot you really need to make, because Pluxy is really, really good playing the point. And the fact that he had a shot at his back and could not actually come away with it is really bad. And the recharge time there was just so long, and the fact that Grain planted a rocket on him meant that Gills was out of luck. And that's our first successful defending round, actually, in this map so far. Okay, well, Poor Billy's on the attack now, and we started with 2 successful attack rounds, but usually when you have 2 even teams, the defenders generally have the advantage. So certain maps, especially maps like the Castle, can turn into kind of long defensive stalemates. In this case, looks like we're going to have a pretty good balance between attacking and defending rounds, though. All right, Poor Billy working his way around that left hill. There are actually a couple of different ways to get up here. Right now, you can see him just taking this little bridge, this path over. He nearly gets an open shot on Gills, but now he's actually in big trouble, has to jump down, and does take a point of armor on the way down. He's going to have to use this jump pad. Oh, man, defender's actually rushing him down. He's down to only 1 armor, but if XP3, wow, XP3 does actually hit him from the jump pad. That's a really scary thing to have to use any jump pads in Elite, because you're just in the air for so long, and those falling patterns are very predictable. Okay, well, Godson's on the attack now, so starting with 2 attacking rounds, then 2 defensive rounds were landed. Godson certainly wants to bring this back in ESP's favor now. It's those important attack rounds that kind of separate a stalemated score. You do have to win by 2 for those of you who are joining us for the first time. You have to win by 2. It's 1st to 6. And we do have, what's the round cap at, 20? 20. Okay. So just in case we do have a 40-round game, it will actually end with the first team to successfully reach 20 points. Godson not having much luck moving in, and actually gets taken out before eliminating any of the defenders. Spin Move still slightly ahead, but actually the fact that they both have 1 attacking round successful means that they're essentially on even ground.
Okay, well, now it's Pluxy to try and gain that advantage. You mentioned, I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but we mention it often in previous casts that you'll usually put the person with the strongest laser up first. The idea being that since they're the person who attacks first and fourth, they'll have the most opportunities to gain your team a point. But it's so critical for those last couple of guys in rotation to pick up that attack round. It can make such a big difference.
Yeah, for example, if Pluxy were successful here, that would put them up by 2 already, and just a couple more rounds would actually seal the deal. But you know, you don't want to be unsuccessful in attacking. Obviously, you want to win every point that you can, but the attacking rounds just are that much more important than successful defensive rounds. Pluxy already picking off 1 defender. Godson is down, but XP3 and Gills still are playing the point. And Pluxy, oh wow, nice pickup there. XP3 does land the last defensive rocket though, and still keeps things tied up.
Okay, so 3-3, and we're back around to our very strong attackers once again. XP3 and Grain have both landed successful attacking rounds. XP3 up now, and we'll see what he can do to try and swing things back in ESP's favor.
So far, he's 1 for 1 on attacking. He could actually repeat this performance. He's going to take his time, and XP3 actually does have the longest laser shot in competitive ShootMania.
164 meters.
Yeah, that we've ever seen. That was at PAX Prime against Area 51 Gaming. It was kind of a dramatic ending to the series there, but XP3 already losing a point of armor looks a little bit less likely to take this attacking round than he did last time.
Okay, so yeah, hasn't been able to land one of those early shots. He's taken a few shots. He's missed them all so far. Oh, that one was very close, but unfortunately just clips the edge of the wall there. Takes an extra armor hit too, so he's down to just 1 armor versus 2 defenders.
All right, XP3 knew he could get the defender kill there. Was hoping that he wouldn't lose another point of armor, because now things are looking kind of scary. 2 defenders remaining. Actually, no, he's going to be eliminated before there's even a fight at the pole.
Okay, well, Grain is back on the attack now. He did land his first attack round as well, and could give Spin Move that really decisive round that they need. Now, we saw decent performances out of our second attackers as well. Gills got close. And we're back to Whitney Houston. I forgot.
Grain, that's actually Grain singing. It's a cover, but he's pretty good at singing, and he just wanted to share with us that he will always love us. So, you know, that's very appreciated, Grain. Obviously, I hope you do well today. So let's see if he can actually make some ground up here, as he is at quite a big disadvantage, down to only 1 armor. All 3 defenders still remaining. Does pick off Gills, but now he's going to have to use that jump pad that, again, is really dangerous. Ooh, XP3's prediction rocket's just barely missing there. Grain running low on time here.
Yeah, Grain went just out to the side as well to make sure that he would avoid where the normal prediction rockets were going to be. Godson actually running around the side, and the rushdown does work. And it's another defensive turn taken in a row. Actually, the last 6 have been taken.
Yep, we were off to a hot start with 2 successful attacking rounds, but now it's just been shot for shot with these defensive successes. So Gil's going to be attacking in for ESP. Again, if he were to land this attacking round successfully, they would just need 1 more defensive round to put the score at 6-4 and move them on into game 2. Gills is going to be rushing around here, not all the way to the left side, looking for a defender that may have been out of, exposed a little bit. Not going to get that lucky though. He is waiting, doesn't quite have the hair trigger to be able to pull off that kill though.
No, unfortunately not. He's going to try again, and Grain did expose himself, but Gills unfortunately not able to land the shot. In beautiful position by Poor Billy around the side there. Gets 2 quick shots on Gills. Oh, and Gills goes down.
Yeah, Poor Billy's been playing that same point each time, right around that right side column. So great job from him to actually land those successful defensive rockets. Now he's going to be on the attack. Might have a little bit of adrenaline or momentum moving into this attack round. Let's see what he's going to be capable of. Okay,
we'll take a look at his vision pretty much the entire way then, as he takes a very interesting attack path. Obviously not exposing himself to any defenders quite yet, but he hasn't checked to his left. Now finally does. Godson's a little bit exposed, but a great rocket off to the side prevents him from being hit and ticks off an armor from Poor Billy.
All right, Poor Billy looking for that first defender kill still. He's not able to find it, so he is actually going to backtrack a little bit. This can be dangerous. Obviously, it eats precious seconds off the clock that you need to be using that time to try and pick off defenders, but it is going to give him a little bit clearer position. He can actually get all the defenders in front of him again and try to reassess the situation, but now the cap is going to be open in just 2 more seconds.
That's right, and it looks like he may be thinking about just rushing it down here in a second, or he was bouncing up very quickly. Yes, he is going to get right on the point, but he loses all of his armor. It's not going to be successful, and we're tied up 5-5. That means we are going to go to essentially extra time. Like we mentioned before, it's 1st to 6, but you have to win by 2, so maps can actually go on quite a while.
Yep. For example, if Godson is successful here, the score would be 6-5, but they would still need that successful defensive round right after to be able to win the map 7-5. 6-5 is just not an acceptable score, so let's see if he's going to have any success. The last attacking round was a little rough for him, and he did just barely get it away from that rocket.
And all 3 defenders are posted up on the top. It appears Godson takes an early rocket to the face there, but he still has a little bit of position. He gets himself a bit exposed in the middle. It would have been really nice if he pulled it off, though. Oh, and poor Billy comes right back with 2 shots in a row. Yeah,
he had that shot lined up on poor Billy and kind of jerked to the right a tiny bit. Maybe would have been able to successfully get that, but Pluxy is attacking now for spin move, and I know that poor Billy basically picked up Pluxy from that team D&J, Do Not Jump, just before this qualifier. He thinks that Pluxy is one of the best pole defenders in the game, or at least in North America. He says, you know, that Pluxy's skills and defense are actually the reason that he really wants him on his team.
And as we can see, because spin move was the first defensive round, they're essentially going to be on map point each time we get in this situation where defensive rounds keep getting taken back and forth. So any one of these attack rounds that's taken for spin move, and they will in fact take the map.
That was kind of an interesting juke there. It kind of made it look like he was going to loop back around, so prediction rockets would be off by a little bit, but the fact is he's got 3 defenders to get through and only 1 armor left. The cap is going to be open in just a moment. Pluxy seems a little bit lost, but that's okay. XP3 just finishes him off, so he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. And next up we have XP3 again, so this was their leadoff hitter, so to speak. We'll see if he's going to be able to get that successful attacking round that we haven't seen since the 2nd round.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, this was an interesting start. I kind of cursed things, I guess, when I said that it'd be a good mix of attacking and defensive rounds, because we have not landed an attack round since actually the first 2 guys went. So XP3 trying to get around the side, and he's getting eyes on the defender there. Oh, tries to land that long-range laser and can't get it, and has now exposed himself. A little bit trickier path to make his way up.
Okay, so Grain actually is stuck in the cage. If he tries to jump out, he's going to be in trouble. XP3 actually juked over there to try and maybe get him to jump out. Whitney Houston is blaring, but XP3 is fine with that. He picks up a 2nd defender, and this could be the attack round that we're looking for. But Pluxy, as the last defender, does get eliminated. XP3 puts his team up 7-6. Again, they must win by 2. So spin move Grain, it's going to be all on him to try and keep this map alive for his team.
And unfortunately, XP3, or I guess fortunately for him, after missing the first couple of shots and exposing himself, was able to come back afterwards. But now Grain is on the attack, and things all come down to him. He tries to pick off XP3 to the side and very nearly lands the shot. So XP3's got to be very careful about poking out and trying to get those preemptive rockets out there.
I really have to believe that Grain did not want to get trapped in that cage. Obviously, if you get in there, the only way back out is to jump, and that can spell death pretty easily in elite mode when your opponent has that instant kill laser. Grain is going to have to keep eyes in front of him, though, as rockets are going to be raining down all around him. He did not want to fall all the way down in that pit, because obviously it's precious seconds again, and they have full vision of him. So they're going to not even expose themselves. They know he has to come to them, so they're going to keep backed up by these columns for the entirety of the round.
Okay, well, Grain is not taking an armor shot. It looks like he just wants to bounce directly on the point. He may be able to get it, and he does. And we're tied up 7-7. A great attack round taken by Grain, and we're back once again into extra innings.
Yeah, every single round can be ended with just 3 shots, but this one shows that just sitting on the capture for 1.5 seconds is another way to go. It's very, very quick. If you can catch the defense off guard, you can actually just hop on there, spin around a little bit, and be good to go. So that is always a concern when you're on defense. You need to be able to keep that point in front of you, so that if someone does hop on it, you'll at least be able to bounce them off, or obviously hit them with your rocket. And rockets do propel you in this game. If you get hit by one, it will actually move you back a little bit. For example, if you're jumping in the air and you get hit from below, you can see Gil's actually getting knocked back there by that one. You can actually shoot at a player's feet to kind of bounce them into the air a little bit. Even if it doesn't do the point of damage, it will displace them and kind of knock them up for a second.
Gills trying to land a couple of shots there, but Pluxy even shows his face there for a second just to be able to land that rocket over the top. Gills misses the open shot, but Grain was falling back. He's down to just 1 armor and now down 8-7. Again, map point for Spin Move.
All right, these teams are pretty evenly matched. It looks like XP3 and Grain are the only ones able to actually take attacking rounds, but Poor Billy has a chance here. This is map point again for Spin Move. If he can actually pull it off like he did in Monday and Wednesday's games, they actually played pretty darn well in those games. We'll see if he's going to pick it back up here and land some of these important laser shots.
Okay, so Poor Billy taking the same route that XP3 did, but XP3 picks up on him now and just trying to bait out some lasers and throw some defensive rockets out there. But man, what a risky position XP3 is taking there, almost asking to be shot at.
Yeah, he's basically begging for it, and Poor Billy did not even attempt to take a shot, which is kind of interesting because at this point in the game, you can take and miss a couple of shots. Your laser has a kind of long recharge time, but it's okay because, you know, there's still plenty of time left on the clock. Gills is out of position, though. Poor Billy, I'm very surprised he missed that shot, but 2 armors left on him. Gills making it pay off the fact that he is a little bit out of position. Second rocket hits, third one nearly hits. Time is running out. Poor Billy not looking likely, but Godson and XP need... okay, never mind. I was going to say they need to stay on the point because this is how Grain got in when they weren't expecting it.
Pretty even as far as defensive rockets are concerned from ESP 7, 7, and 5 for Godson. He's now on the attack. Of course, both the attack rounds have gone to XP3. Poor Billy, on the other hand, doing the lion's share of the defending rockets, but Grain, of course, is the only person to land those 2 attack rounds for Spin Move so far.
Okay, Godson going to be moving forward now for ESP. We'll see how he's going to be able to progress up the left side, if he can find any of those defenders out in the open. Grain had actually a little bit of opportunity to be able to pick him off. Now they are just going to keep their pixels limited, hide around those columns, only show their face briefly. Gills is going to try and get up that jump pad before they realize that he even fell down, so he's not going to be as at risk there as the Spin Move player was earlier on, getting propped up by those rockets.
And of course, the laser takes a long time to recharge, so the defenders will often pop out and expose themselves for a second while it's actually recharging. Godson down to just 1 armor. I'm not sure where Pluxy's at. I see. Okay, there he is off to the side, but he gets caught out, so it's 1v1, just 6 seconds remaining. He's going to try and rush the point, but he misses the first couple of shots, but he still gets it. Then the round is taken by Godson. They're just 1 defensive round away from taking the set.
Wow, that was a nail-biter. 0 seconds remaining. Actually managed to cap the goal after getting, you know, knocked away a slight amount. That showdown was really scary. You know, when you've only got 1 armor left and only 1 defender, the next shot wins, and that goal cap is super important. But Pluxy going to be attacking in now for Spin Move to try and keep the map alive. We did see XP3 take a successful round, and Grain followed up immediately. Nice prediction rocket there from XP3. Already going to put Pluxy into a disadvantage.
Yeah, and Godson did some good work there, and it's really put the pressure on Pluxy, who tries to get a shot over the edge but can't land it. He's actually already down in armor. XP3 coming way over the top there, risking a little bit of life and limb. Misses all of his rockets but doesn't go down in return.
All right, Pluxy looking for a way up. Last time he actually did stay down there for a really long time. The cap is not open, so he's going to change it up a little bit this time. The cap will be open in just a moment, but he's only got that 1 armor remaining. Now it's going to be really tough, not having hit any defenders yet. That was the best shot he was going to get, and now the laser recharge is really long. Gills and Godson finish up the map, and Red takes it. ESP takes it 10-8. Well played to both teams.